Hello children, welcome to our next science class. Now we are in 10th lesson. The lesson name is Structure and Functions of Roots and Stems. Structure and Functions of Roots and Stems. So already we have started this lesson. And what are the different types of plants, because before learning about the function structure of the roots and stems, what are the different types of plants we should learn, right? So in the last class we have learnt about what is herb, shrub and trees and climbers, creepers. So all these different types we have learnt, right? Now we will go to the next part. In today's class we are going to learn about stem, that is structure and function of the stem. What is stem portion? See, in the previous classes we have seen herbs, shrubs and trees. What is the difference? A thin structure of stem, very thin stem which you can break, is called herb, and thin structure you can break but it will be brown in color. Thin structure green in color, herbs. Thin structure brown in color, little look like a tree body but you can break, that is still weak, that is shrub. And the strong structure is tree, we have seen, right? So in that all the three different things are different types of stems only. Okay, so now what are the different functions of the stems? Functions means work. What work the stem is going to do in the plant? Suppose in our body, what is your stomach doing? It is doing digestion. What is your heart doing? It is pumping the blood. So like that each and every part has its own function, right? Just like that, even in the plant body, each and every part will do some function. Okay, so in this lesson we are learning the functions of roots and stem. So root we will go later. Now we are going to learn about stem. Now you do one thing, just pause your video, go out, pluck one branch of a plant. Branch means it should have a green color stem, and that from that again few more branches, small branches must come, and from each branch there should be leaves. So we are going to learn minute parts of the stem. For that you should have in your hand. Did you go bring? Okay, anyways here with picture I will explain. If you are able to get the plant in your hand, that will be really good. You can easily see that and learn. And now I will just read out. You keep your fingers and follow the book. You should not see the video. When I read, you have to keep your fingers in the book and listen my voice alone. And suppose if you have not got the book, not paid fees, only those kids can follow the video, but for them also my advice is try to pay the fees as early as possible and get the book. Only with the help of the book you can learn clearly. Okay, now let us go. Just I'll read. Stems, structure and function. A plant mainly has two parts, a shoot system and a root system. Now what is shoot? What is root? See, the part of the plant above the ground is called the shoot system. The stem is the main part of the shoot system and bears all other parts of the plant. It provides support to the leaves and exposes them to sunlight. It also connects different parts of the plant, just like a road network connects different parts of a city. Now first we will see what is shoot system, what is root system. See, the portion which you are able to see above the land, that entire thing is called shoot system. Because see, in our body also, what you mean by system? with many parts. You cannot call stomach alone as system. Stomach is one part, but if you say digestive system, your stomach, intestine, small intestine, large intestine, so many individual organs combined together, we are calling it system. Same way, when you take the plant, you can divide the plant into two systems. Upper portion which you can see above the soil level, that is called shoot. Shoot means coming out. It is coming out of the soil and visible to our eyes, no? So that is called shoot system. And the remaining part inside the soil is called root system. Now we will see about the root system later. We will think about shoot system now. So if you take shoot system, it is going to have the first branch called stem, and again stems will have another many more branches, and each branches will have leaves, and slowly after the fertilization, flowers, vegetable, fruit, one by one the development will take place. So in the plant, formation of a flower is like a newborn baby, and formation of a vegetable is like a boy or girl stage, and formation of fruit, the vegetable becomes fruit, ripening, then it is like a old man structure. Okay, so now what is shoot system, what is root system, you have learned. And this shoot system only mainly consists of stem, and the main function of the first function of the stem is holding the entire plant. So now we are going to see main three functions of the stem in this portion. So now I am telling you the first function, it is holding the entire plant, because only the stem bears the other branches, leaves, fruits, vegetables, everything, flowers, everything, right? So the first function is holding the other parts of the plant. Then the part of the stem where the leaves, branches, buds or flowers are attached to the stem is called node. The part of the stem between the two nodes is called internode. Actually, there are two important parts in the stem which you should know. In higher classes, you have so many small researchers works using these words. They are called, you see in book they have given in the dark letter, node, internode. What is node? See, I told you to bring one plant, right? A small plant with branches. See, in the plant, where, see here they have given the diagram. I will show you the place where this fruit is attached. Okay, and where the flower is attached with the stem. See the main green structure, you see middle line, this is attached here, no? The flower is attached here, and this fruit is attached here, even this leaf is attached here. So where all these parts are attached, the attaching place is called node. What is node? On the stem, whether it is a flower or vegetable or fruit or leaf, wherever, see here one attachment, here one attachment, here one attachment. So this all you can call as nodes, where this leaf is coming and connecting here, where this vegetable is coming and connecting. This point you can call as node, N-O-D-E. Then what is inner node? Internode is nothing, the space between two nodes. See here one fruit, here one leaf. So the fruit is attached here, this is one node, and the leaf is attached here, this is one node. If you see in between, you have a place. So this place is called internode. What is internode? See here also one more example. This leaf is attached in this place, so this is called node. This leaf is attached in this place, so this is called node. Now the place between one node and the other node is called internode. So if it is a plant, you will see buds first, then buds will become flowers, flowers will become vegetables, vegetables will become fruit, and leaves are basic, which will prepare food and give it to the plants. And this entire system, starting from the either it is a bud, fruit, flowers, leaf, node, internode, stem, all together you can give the name called shoot system. Then only the root and its branches you can call it as root system. Shall we go to the next paragraph? Now keep your fingers and see the book. The main function of the stem is the transportation of food and water. Food made in the leaves is transferred to the other parts of the plant through the stem. Water absorbed by the root is transported through the stem to the leaves for them to make food. The stem has separate tubes to carry food and water. We can see these tubes if we cut a section of a stem as shown in figure 4. This process of carrying food and water in plant from one part to other part is called conduction. So first I said no, the plants have, that is the stem have three important functions. The first function is holding the entire plant. So now if you see in this picture, this is the stem. The function of the stem is it is only holding this leaf, vegetable, flower, fruit, whatever it is. So the first function is holding the plant, and the second function is conducting water. See, you know very well, leaves need water to do photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Preparation of food. What is preparation of food? Food is nothing but sun energy. Sun energy should be trapped by the leaves, and like how using gum you are sticking something, like that both the side with the help of water and carbon dioxide, sun energy will be trapped. So the leaves will take carbon dioxide from the surrounding. Where will it go for water? They will take only from the ground. If you have plant at home, you water daily, right? Where are you watering? Are you watering straight away into the leaves? No. Just you are pouring water in the soil. What is happening? That soil is absorbing the water and keeping with it. Then that water is again absorbed by the roots. What you mean by absorption? Absorption is nothing. You just pour little water, few drops of water in the ground and take one cloth and keep on it. What will happen? The water, the cloth will take all the water. Yes, it is called absorption. Just like that, this root will absorb the water surrounding in the soil. Then that water only must go to the leaves. How it is going? Only through the stem. So the stems will have tubes inside that. How we have blood vessels, right? Just like that, they have tubes. See, in your body, from your mouth, one big tube is going, which is called food pipe. Near that, from your nose, another tube is going, which is wind pipe, right? Both are pipe only, both are coming from your mouth only, but one is from mouth to straight away to the stomach, and another one is from nose to the lungs. Two different function. The food pipe will conduct only food, and the wind pipe will conduct air. What you breathe, that will go, right? Same way, in this plant, the stem, see, if you cut open the stem, you can see the diagram like this. See the diagram properly. You have this round structures, right? One small round, another small round. Two maroon color structure you are seeing, no? So through one round, water will be passed, like straw, how the straw is passing, like that. And through another round, food will be passed. That is, you have to understand very well, water will go from the ground to the leaves. Their leaves will prepare food using this water and the carbon dioxide available in the environment and the sunlight. Then it will prepare food. But this food must come down, and it should be stored, either stored in the root or even to absorb water from the ground. They need energy, no? That energy will be given by this food only. So here small holes, straw like structures you can see. Through one tube from the ground the water will go up and go to all the leaves, only to the leaves. Then after preparing food from the leaves, the food through another pipe, through another tube will come through this stem and reach each and every part of the roots. Only then roots can function, that is they can grow. If the food comes down only, they will grow, they will absorb water. So everything, they will conduct water from here to upper portion. Everything will happen only when they get the food. Apart from this, I think stems have some other works also. Let us see what is that. Keep your fingers, see the book. The stems of some plants, besides carrying food and water, may perform some special functions like storage of food. Some examples of such stems include that of the potato, onion and ginger plant. See, first you should know some of the examples that are stems. Usually stem is the longer part, like sugar cane you can take stem portion we are eating. That is completely bigger part, right? Why you are eating sugar cane? Because in sugar cane the food is stored in the stem. See, you just think, children, we will not eat all the parts of all plants. For example, if you take sugar cane, will you eat the leaves of the sugar cane? No, you will eat only the stem portion of the sugar cane and we will throw the leaves. Now you take coriander leaves, tulsi leaves. Will you eat the stem of the coriander leaf or tulsi leaf? No. Even other greens like spinach and all, what your mom used to do, they will cut the leaves alone, they will throw the stem. Because we human are really very smart. First we will find out which part of the plant is storing the food. You should know one thing very clearly. See, all the plants will not store water always in the leaf or always in the stem. No. Somewhere and all the food is stored in the leaf, that we will eat only the leaf. We will not eat stem. And where and all the food is stored in the stem, that we will eat only the stem. Even in some cases, roots, beetroot. What is beetroot actually? It is a root. Are you eating beetroot leaves? Like spinach, are you eating? No. Because in beetroot, the food prepared by the leaves are not stored in the leaves. They are stored in the root system. Then man used to find out, after doing research, after identifying, man started eating that stored place alone. Okay, so the examples are potato, onion, ginger. So whatever your mom used for cooking, this potato, onion and ginger, they are not root. They look like round root structure, no, but they are actually stem. So now what we learnt in this lesson, the plant body is of two portions called shoot system and root system. And the shoot system has main two parts called node and internode. The place where the leaf, the bud, the flower is attached with the stem is called node, and the place between two different nodes are called internode. And three main functions of the stem we have seen. The first function is holding the plant. The second function is conducting. Conducting what? Conducting means passing. What it is passing? It is passing water from the ground, from the root to the upper portion to the leaves, and again coming back, it is passing the food prepared by the leaf from the leaf to all the body parts, even to other branch and flowers. For all these places, the stem only carrying the food. Now, shall we do one small experiment to prove that the stem is passing the water through it to different parts? Now you see this activity. Take any white flower with a stem. Keep it in colored water as shown in figure 5. Observe the flower after 5 to 6 hours. Why does the color of the flower changes? So now you go find out some flowers with white color with the stem. Don't plug only the flower. With the stem you plug and come. Take one glass bottle or even any other glasses. Add red ink. Okay, full dark red ink, little water and more red ink. Then keep this stem with a white flower inside this red ink, and you have to leave it for 4-5 hours. Even at times 7-8 hours also you can leave. Then at the end, what can you see? No, like in this picture how it is. The white color here and there will start becoming red color. How? The water here is absorbed by the stem, and through the holes in the stem, water holes in the stem, I told no, see here in this picture there are two types of holes. One is used to pass water and one is used to pass food. So through the water holes, this water, colored water will go up and it will fill all the places. Since the flower is white color, when the red water enter, the flower also will look red. So this is one experiment to prove that the water is conducted passing through the stem. You can just prove this through this. Okay. Now let us go to the workbook. Now take your workbook, page number 46, S2, and write today's date. Now stem structure and function. We'll see the first question. Identify the node and internode in the diagram of the stem and mark them. See, I have marked where this leaf is attached. This is called node. Where this leaf is attached, this is called node. Even this is also called node. Now the space between one node and the other node, you can call it as internode. So now this is one node, this is another node. The space is called internode. You copy it in your workbook. Then we'll go to the next question. Arjun put a white flower with a short stem in a bottle of colored water. He observed changes in color of the flower petals. What function of the stem can you identify from this experiment? So what was I telling in the book experiment? Conducting, passing. See, you can write with your own words. Even last year you will write with your own words, right? Passing the water or conducting the water. Anything you can write with your own words. Now we'll go to the next. Write two other functions of plant stem. One is conducting water. What are the other functions? Storing food, conducting food. See, here we have seen conducting water. Apart from that, it is storing food. It is also conducting food. See, write this in your workbook. If you are not able to follow, if I am little fast, pause the video, stop it and write the answer. Catch the answer and write. Okay. Then we'll go to the last question. The stems of some plants like the potato and onion become fleshy and we eat them as vegetables. What special function do these stems perform for the plant? Again, see, in this all the same question in a different way they have asked to make you to understand. So now why it is we are eating that? Because they store food. If they are not storing food, will you eat? We cannot eat, no? Can you eat banana stem? I mean, banana stem we will eat. Banana, entire thing, stem, fruit, leaves, everything are useful. Mango, you take mango. Mango, the food is stored only in the fruit. It is not stored in the leaf. It is not stored in the stem. So we are not eating that. So here, why we are eating this onion, ginger and all? Here, the food is stored only in the stem, ginger and onion, not in the leaves of the ginger or leaves of the onion. So we are not using that. Okay, children. Now your homework is finish this S2 worksheet and take a photo and send to me. And also, as I told you, take one small bottle, put red color water, red ink you can buy from the shop, add it with the water. Keep one small stem with a white flower and keep it for a week or even 10 days. Daily you observe the change and you have to write that. After 10 days you can send it to me. Okay. Let us wind up the class, children. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.